2020. And projects worth £100 billion are going to be announced tomorrow. So the Chancellor wanting to talk up his infrastructure plans to counter some of the cuts he's had to make in departmental spending. Benefits. Let's have a look at this. The Chancellor announced a new welfare cap from April 2015, just a month before the next election. However, it excludes a number of things, those benefits that change with the business cycle, I assume such as unemployment benefits, jobless allowance, and also a massive welfare part of the welfare budget. State pensions are also excluded as well. Winter fuel payments will be removed from British expats who live in hot countries, though I guess that will partly depend on where they live in these particular hot countries, which in parts can be cold. Now, there will now also be a new 7-day wait before claiming benefits. Major announcements on public sector pay. Public sector pay rises will be capped at 1% in 2015-16. That's probably not a surprise. But, and this was billed in the run-up, the automatic progression of pay in the civil service, whereby you get a pay rise simply for staying on for another year or so on, that will be abolished in 2015-16. There'll be no more automatic pay rises, and the Chancellor also announced his intention to remove this particular automatic progression on pay rises from the NHS, schools and police. A little bit more complicated on how he does that. Civil service, get it from 2015. And on other spending, the Chancellor announced funding for 2 further years of a council tax freeze from April 2014. There's been a freeze in play now for a couple of years. It's part of the idea of trying to do something about the squeeze on living standards. There were a number of reports before this spending review about what would happen to the intelligence services. Those who said it would be increased, the budget, well, they turned out to be right. It's actually gone up by 3.4% in 2015-16. And the health budget, which was £96 billion when the coalition came to power, will be £110 billion by 2015-16. So, by my calculations, £14 billion rise in the health budget over the lifetime of this government.